Namaste बच्चों, हमेशा खुश रहो. Myself JVN Dr. Monica Trivedi. I am from Department of Science and Technology, Faculty of Education and Virology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. So students, today's topic is metal carbonides. And today's lecture we will discuss the introduction of metal carbonides, classification of metal carbonides, preparation and properties of metal carbonides, and structure and bonding of metal carbonides, as well as the application of metal carbonides. The metal carbonides are coordination complexes of transition metals with the carbon monoxide ligand, and it is a lower oxidation state. In a lower oxidation state, in this the CO ligand acts as a neutral ligand. The metal carbonyl compound were first synthesized by Paul and in 1868 by passing the chlorine and carbon monoxide over the platinum black, where the decarbonyl platinum was formed. Although the many compounds were produced and they could not be fully characterized until the development of X-ray diffraction, IR and NMR spectroscopy. In general, these compounds obey the 18 electron rule. They are normally diamagnetic in characteristics, and it is a colorless also, and whereas they are a poor conductor of electricity, and they are soluble in organic solvents. And this is the classification of carbonyl compound. Firstly, the carbonyl compound can be classified on the mononuclear and a polynuclear carbonyl compound. Here you can see the example of mononuclear and a polynuclear carbonyls, where the one central metal is present, the carbonyl known as a mononuclear, and if more than two metals are present, and this kind of carbonyl known as a polynuclear carbonyl. These polynuclear carbonyl further classified into the homonuclear, polynuclear carbonyl and heteronuclear polycarbonyl, in which in a homonuclear the same metal present in more than two times, and in a heteronuclear the two different metals are present in as a central metal atom and metals. So the second category is bridge and non-bridge carbonyl, having a terminal and terminal bond and a bridge bond, and these are the examples of bridge and non-bridge carbonyl complexes. Now, the preparation of carbonyl compound, the carbonyl compound can directly react, can be prepared by the direct reaction of a metal with the carbon monoxide. Okay, this is the reaction like nickel plus 4CO will give the NiCO4 with 1 bar and 55 degrees centigrade temperature. By the reduction of a metal salt and oxide, we can also prepare the chromium CO6, and another example is a preparation of dinuclear carbonyl from the mononuclear carbonyl in a photolysis and the thermolysis process. Okay, so these are the preparation methods of carbonyl compounds. Now next is chemical properties. If we talk about the chemical properties, the carbonyl compound shows the reduction as well as oxidation and the nucleophilic attack of at a CO molecule. It will give the carbonyl compounds, and by the reaction of the following reagents or mechanism. Okay, it will give the electrophilic reaction as well as nucleophilic reactions. Okay, so now we talk about the structure of a CO ligand with respect to VBT and MOT. Okay, so if you see in a CO ligand we have carbon and oxygen. Okay, and the carbon with the sp2 hybridization, and in this sp2 hybridization present with here you can see one diagram of in this diagram, the one is a sigma bond, one is a pi bond, and one is a lone pair present over here. So for the oxygen atom in a sp hybridization, there is a 1s 1s and 2p3. Okay, so here you can see first is the sigma bond, and second is the 2py1 to 2py1 is a pi bond, and one is a coordinate bond from a 2p 2 of oxygen to 2p 2pz of carbon. Okay, so in this another diagram you can see the AOs of oxygen and AOs of carbon, and they will make the MOs of carbon monoxide. Okay, so this is the structure of a carbonyl ligand. Now the bonding in a carbonyl ligand, as we all know that the metal carbonyls show the sigma bonding as well as the pi bonding, and pi bonding is also known as a back bonding. So the first is a formation of a sigma bonding. It is a simple overlapping of an empty hybrid orbital on a metal atom with the field hybrid orbital on a carbon atom of a carbon monoxide molecule through the lone pairs. Electrons result into the formation of the carbonyl to metal sigma bond. Now the second is a pi bonding. It is also known as a back bonding. This bond is formed because of the overlapping of field d pi orbitals of or a hybrid d pi orbitals of metal atom with the anti-bonding of pi orbital of a CO molecule, or a empty orbitals of a ligand. Okay, in this case the empty metal atom, the ligand donate their electron or lone pairs to the metal, and it will give the interaction between the electron donation from the empty ligand orbitals. Okay, so this is the comparison where the metal are empty and where the ligands are the empty. So in the first diagram you can see that the ligands donate the electron, and in the second diagram the metal donates the electron towards the ligand. So in the first diagram is a sigma bonding, and the second diagram is for the pi bonding. Okay, now the bridge bonding. What is the bridge bonding of a CO group? In addition to the linear MCO group, the carbon monoxide ligand is also known as a form of bridge bond. Okay, so this type of bonding is observed in some binuclear and a polynuclear carbonyls. It is denoted by the mu and CO, where the N is indicate the number of metal bridged, while the n is equals to 2 in the most common values. It reaches to the 3 or 4 in a certain less common carbonyl. In a terminal MCO group, the carbon monoxide donated 2 electrons to the empty metal orbital, while in a mu2CO group, the MC bond is formed by the sharing of one metal electron and one carbon electron. Now the another bonding is a metal to metal bond. The metal to metal bond also present in a polynuclear carbonyl compound, and in some carbonyl and carbonyls another bond develop between the metal metal due to the weak overlap of the two singly filled appropriate hybrid orbital, and then this also called as a fractional signal bond, and longer than the normal fractional single bond. It is longer than the normal single bond. Now the structure of a carbonyl compound, and first we will discuss about the structure of NiCO4. Okay, it has a tetrahedral structure of a nickel tetride, and here you can see the ground state of nickel atom, in which the electronic configuration is 3d 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 3 3d8, 4s2 and 4p 0. And in excited state, the two electron present in a 4s orbital will shift it to the d orbital, and we will get the 3d10, 4s0 and 4p 0. Now the 4 ligand interact with the metal. Here you can see the bonding with the CO ligand. The bonding of carbonyl group with the orbitals of the metal is the 1s orbital and 3 p orbitals. So the hybridization of a nickel CO4 will be sp3, because the 3 ligands, the 4 ligand molecules interact with, overlap with the these orbitals. Okay. So next example is Fe2CO9. In this kind of molecule, there is a metal bond present, there is a sigma bond present, there is a bridge bond present, there is a terminal bond present. So in this molecule, the all kind of bonding which is present in a carbonyl compound we can see in this example. Okay, and this is the electronic configuration of Fe atom. The first atom of Fe and the second atom of another atom of Fe. The first, the ground state of Fe atom has a 3d7 and 3d6 and 4s2 and 4p 0. Okay, electronic configuration. If you talk about the first Fe atom, has a 3d 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 electrons in Fe first, and the 9 electron in a Fe in another Fe atom. And here you can see that there are the 3 bridge bond of CO and 3 terminals bond of CO molecule and 1 Fe metal bond present. So the hybridization will be D2sp3 hybridization. Okay. Now the spectra of a carbonyl compound, and the IR spectra of a carbonyl compound, if you see that the CO vibration typically denoted by VCO, which is occurs on a 2143 centimeter inwards for a CO gas. The energies of a VCO bond for the metal carbonyl correlated with the strength of the carbon oxygen bond, and it is correlated with the strength of a pi back bonding between the metal and the carbon. The pi basicity of the metal center depend on the lot of the factor, in which the isoelectric series were from the Ti to Fe. At the bottom of this section, the hexacarbonyl show the decreasing pi back bonding as the one increasing in the charge on the metal. The pi basic ligand increases pi electron density at the metal and improve the back bonding and reduce the VCO value. Now here you can see the series of the isoelectric series and the value of VCO bond. The more symmetrical structure of CO stretching are observed for a IR spectra. If a CO ligand are cis to each other, both the symmetric stretching and the asymmetric stretching will involve a change in a dipole moment, and hence the two peak will observe in a IR spectra. And if there is a center of symmetry with the CO ligands trans to each other, the symmetrical stretching will not involve a change in a dipole moment, so it will be IR inactive, as the asymmetric stretching will be seen in a IR spectrum. As a result, the trans carbonyl give one peak in a IR spectrum. So the cis CO ligand having molecule show the 2 peak in IR, and the trans carbonyl compound give a 1 peak for a IR spectra. Now the application of carbonyl compound. First is the determination of a geometry of a carbonyl compound. The IR, the calculating the number of IR active bonds with the Raman active bonds, and then the we can tally the both number of the bonds present in the theoretically. So it will be helpful for identify the structure and bonding in a molecule. The IR spectroscopy is very much important for this kind of field. So for example, FeCO5, this is the structure of FeCO5, and we will get the values for the IR spectra, and we can calculate the bonding in a FeCO5 complex. Now the second is the determination of a broad order. To determine the broad order bond order of a ligand of a CO, it has been seen that the IR absorption frequency of a ligand CO is directly proportional to the bond order. In the other words, the IR absorption band due to the stretching vibration of a ligand CO with the higher bond order would occur at the higher frequency, and the IR absorption bond of ligand CO with the lower bond order would occur at the lower frequency. Since the absorption frequency for a free CO is equals to the 2250 centimeter inverse, while that for the ligand CO lies between the 2220 to 1700 centimeter inverse. The ligand CO has a lower bond order, and the lower bond order is due to the transfer of a metal d pi electrons into the pi antibonding orbital of a ligand of a CO. Okay, so this is the metal carbonyl. Here is the example of a metal carbonyl, and the charge on a metal carbonyl negative, 0 and a positive. Okay, so if we see the absorption frequency for these complexes, we will get the absorption frequencies like this. And since the positive charge is present on a MnCO6 plus, it rises from the flow of the electron from the metal to d pi electrons into the pi antibonding orbital, and the bond order of a CO increases. Due to the increase in a bond order, the absorption bond of a ligand CO occurs at the higher frequency. Okay, so the next is a determination of terminal bridge carbonyl group. You can also find out the bridging or terminal or axial bond on a carbonyl compounds. So by the calculating the frequencies, you will get the different frequencies for different bonding order. So you will calculate the terminal and bridging bond in a carbonyl compound. Some other application of a carbonyl compound, like the ligand metal carbonyl are used in organic synthesis and catalysis process, and the precursors in a homogeneous catalysis such as hydroformylation, and they are very much useful in a dicarbonate octahedral act as a catalyst in the Mond process. In a nickel carbonyl is used to produce a pure nickel in organometallic chemistry, where the metal carbonyl serves as a precursor for the preparation of organometallic complexes. The metal carbonyls are toxic by the skin contact, and they are irritating for the skin, and because of their ability to the carbonylate hemoglobin to give the carbohemoglobin, which prevent the binding of O2. That is why it is used. The precautions were used before the use of this kind of complexes. Okay, so these are some applications of metal carbonyls. Thank you very much.